Okay. So, just what I had planned for today. So we only have 3 more days of summer classes after today. So I don't know if you knew that, but Friday is the last day. I went over personal pronouns and the conjugations of ser yesterday. So we can go through those again. We'll probably start adjectives, and we'll start adjective like number and gender, which I think that based on your assignments, I think that you already know what that is. But we'll do an introduction to forming sentences and then homework instructions, which you already turned that in, so we don't have to do that. So, just to go over personal pronouns, and I know you weren't here yesterday, so just kind of like a recap of that is obviously I have the English translations here. So, there's all that. But yo is I, tú is you, and that's the informal way to say you. Él is he, ella is she, usted is you, formal, which I think we went over that before. Nosotros or nosotras is we. Ellos or ellas is they. And ustedes is like you guys or y'all, like more than one person. And I don't know why I formatted this like this. I'll have to fix this. But just to go over the difference between like nosotros and nosotras and ellos and ellas is okay. So you can see that both of them are more than one person, right? We and they. So more than one. So if it is a group of like men, it's gonna be nosotros or ellos. If it's a group of women, it'll be nosotras or ellas. Nosotras and ellas are exclusively for all female groups. Like if you have a group of like 99 females and one male, you're still going to use nosotros or ellos. So that is kind of self-explanatory, but I just wanted to tell you about that. Um, I know, like I said before, Spanish is a very highly gendered language, so that's that. And then just to go over the conjugations of ser. Remember, ser is one of the ways to say to be in Spanish. There's another one, but we're not going to get to that. And ser is irregular. It's an irregular verb. It doesn't change like all the other ones do. And there's a whole section on irregular verbs, but we're only going to do this one, especially since we're done in 3 days. So this is like the chart that they usually use for verb conjugation. They're pretty much all like this, no matter what verb. And you can see that the personal pronouns are in each of these boxes. So you have yo, tú, él, ella, usted, nosotros, nosotras, and ellos, ellas, and ustedes. The reason why this box is blank is because normally that's where they would put the conjugations of vosotros and vosotras. But like I explained yesterday, the vosotros thing is very regional to Spain and some areas of Argentina. So it's not that important. And even a lot of like a lot of textbooks and classes that you take, they won't even go over vosotros because it's just not really that important. So that's why I didn't include it. So, and then yo soy is I am. Tú eres is you are. And remember, tú is informal. Él es, ella es, usted es he is, she is, or you are. Nosotros or nosotras somos is we are. Ellos son, ellas son, and ustedes son, which is they are or you guys are. Does this make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, good. So, and then I had that, but so just to go over the adjectives, and this is new, I didn't go over this yesterday. So Spanish is a very gendered language, obviously. So adjectives usually they kind of have a gender based on who they're describing. They go along with the gender of what they're describing. So some of them don't change, but some of them do. In general, adjectives that end in an O or an A change based on whether they're talking about a male or a female. And adjectives typically go after the noun in Spanish, so unlike English. So if you say like the tall man in Spanish, it would be like the man tall. So that's weird, but they usually go after the noun. Um, if an adjective ends in E, ista, a consonant, or U don't make gender changes, only make pluralization changes. And this is like a lot of information at once, but it'll make sense once you see it. And if it ends in like DOR, you can add an A for feminine, but it stays DOR for masculine. You don't add an O. And you also make number changes for these ones. So, and these are the adjectives. I think I have, yeah, I have two slides of these, and these are on page 49 in the book. Not that you have to look them up, it doesn't matter. But alto or alta is tall, bajo or baja is short, extrovertido or extrovertida is outgoing, introvertido or introvertida is shy, activo or activa is active, pequeño or pequeña is small, aburrido or aburrida is bored, rico or rica is rich, pobre is poor, grande is big, inteligente is intelligent, interesante is interesting, optimista is optimistic, pesimista is pessimistic, perezoso or perezosa is lazy, realista is realistic, idealista is idealistic, liberal is liberal, which that's an easy one to remember. It's spelled the exact same, just pronounced differently. Conservador is conservative. Trabajador is hardworking. And this is one of those where if it was describing something feminine, it would be trabajadora. So, but if it's masculine, it stays trabajador. And then rubio or rubia is blonde. Pelirrojo or pelirroja is like red-haired. Negro or negra is black. Calvo or calva is bald. Gordo or gorda is fat. Flaco or flaca is like skinny or thin. Atractivo or atractiva is attractive. Feo or fea is ugly. And then they did put a section in the book here. So I figured I would mention it. Negro or negra, it said that in some places in the United States, it's kind of like a racial slur, but it's not like that in Spanish at all. But some people choose to use the word moreno or morena instead in the United States because of that. They don't really do that anywhere else in the world. It's just in the United States. And then I wanted to add in a little bit of an explanation here. So I think that you probably heard me say it, but for each word ending in like the at sign, that means that it changes based on if it's describing something or someone masculine or feminine. So an example is like gordo or gorda. So it either ends in an O or an A, depending on if it's describing something or someone masculine or feminine. And then, like I said, it can end in O for masculine or A for feminine. And then for words without the at sign, they stay the same no matter what they're describing, except for the ones that end in door. So let me see. Okay, those are all like that. So for an example of that is like pobre, which is poor. So you could say the poor man, which is el hombre pobre, or the poor woman, which is la mujer pobre. It doesn't change because you see it doesn't have the at sign. But if you wanted to say the poor men, you would say los hombres pobres. So you would have to add an S because there's more than one. And then I explained the like the trabajador and the trabajadora. And all the words change if they're describing more than one person or thing. So that's like add the S or the ES. It's kind of like the pluralization. But if the noun is plural, you have to make the adjective plural. And like I said, they either add an S or an ES. And then I had practice here. Yeah, I had like a bunch of practice there. But I'll go over this before we do any of that. So just what we're gonna do for tomorrow. I know the term is winding down, things like that. So we're kind of gonna like slow down a little bit, but because I don't want to get into too much and then like you guys have no idea what's going on when you leave here. So we'll review the personal pronouns in SARE, the adjectives that we just went over. I'll probably do some more practice with adjectives and SARE in sentences. And I'll probably start numbers, which for some reason they're only in chapter 2 of the book, which is weird to me. But there's that. So do you feel like you would like to do like some practice with these? I mean, and like I just have these and like you would just translate them. How do you feel about that? I know that you're.
Okay.
What was that?
I say yeah.
Okay, sure. So I'm just gonna put the answers in here. So what is the, and then this was actually kind of an exercise that I took out of the book. So it's just saying what is the opposite adjective for each word. So feo or fea. Go back here and we see that means ugly. So we need the opposite of that. What do you think it would be?
Adjective, bonita.
Yeah, that would be good. Or you could even say atractivo or atractiva. Yeah, but
Oh.
bonita works. I'll put that in here. Okay. And what about alta or alto? Go back here and see what that means. We're right here. It means tall. So what do you think would be the opposite of that?
So tall, little, or corta,
Yeah, corta would be fine. That works.
or page,
What was that?
baja,
Baja. Yep, Baja,
ba,
Baja. Bajo, Baja, either one. Do that in different colors. And then the next one we have is pobre, which means poor.
so the other one would be for rich, which would be rich, Rico.
Rico. Yep, Rico or Rica, depending on what you're describing.
Yeah, but you said man, poor man.
What was that?
You said poor man, right?
Yeah.
So it would be Rico.
It would be el hombre rico.
Okay.
Yep, because remember, usually adjectives go afterwards.
All right.
And for grande, that's our next one. Grande. Be there.
Big, so it'd be small, which would be
Mm-hmm.
pequena,
Pequeño.
pequeño,
Pequeño or pequeño?
or pequeñi,
Pequeño or pequeña?
pequeña.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And then the next one would be gordo
Or how'd you say?
gordo.
Or
Gorda.
okay.
Mm-hmm. And
that, which would be skinny would be flaco.
flaca or flaco? Yep, depending on what you're describing. So that. And then I also have this one. So the first one is
Bachatas. So like the girls are attractive.
activas, active, right?
Yeah, so you said there's attractive. Oh, active.
Attractiva is attractive. Activa is active. I know they kind of sound the same. So for the next one, we have los perros gordos. Perro means dog, if you didn't know.
I was about to say, isn't it like dog?
Uh-huh.
Do they
Yeah.
call them a dog fat?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's the fat dogs. And remember, it's gonna be
Or
plural. Yep. Because
the
there's
skinny cats?
you know how to say cat.
In Spanish, gata, gato.
Yep. It could be gatas, if they're all feminine, but los gatos. And then you remember what means skinny?
Uh,
Let's do it.
Flaco
Uh-huh.
or flaca.
Yes. So
So for this would be a flacas, flacos.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, because gato is masculine, so flacos has to be too. So for the next one, we have the intelligent student. What do you think?
Uh,
You remember how to say student?
student.
Mhm. Estudiante, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And then how do you say intelligent? This one's pretty easy. Inteligente.
I just said, I forgot.
Oh, that's okay.
I've been on Duolingo.
What was that?
I used to be on Duolingo.
Oh, is that when the old professor was here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of students told me that they didn't like that too much.
I did. I enjoyed it. It
You
actually helped. Yeah, get frequent with your words.
I've actually used Duolingo like personally, and I liked it too. I mean, I don't know what it would be like in a like a school setting, but I used it like personally. So for the next one, we have la profesora trabajadora.
The professor, the teacher,
Yep.
uh,
Let's go back.
is her hardworking.
Yep, the hardworking teacher. Some of these are all
The hard work would turn into a complete sentence when you know the sentence.
What was that?
It's funny how Spanish turns into a complete sentence when sometimes it be messing up words, putting words in different.
I know Spanish is something like if you know like a little bit here and there, you can kind of bring it together and make a whole sentence. So for the next one, we have yo soy liberal. What do you think? Do you remember what? Uh-huh. Let's go back.
I am.
Uh-huh. Yep. Oh, let me go back. Remember, it's the exact same thing. It's just pronounced differently.
I am liberal.
Yep. And then for the next one,
my dad is.
Remember?
Conservative.
Conservative.
Okay, conservative.
Yep, it's almost the exact same thing.
My dad is conservative.
Yep. And then if we want to say he is short, how would we say that? Do you remember how to say
L is.
Yep.
Cota. Cotro.
It could be corto or the vocab word is baja. Baja.
Bajo.
Yep, either one.
La familia.
What do you think for the next one? La mesa pequeña. You remember what mesa means?
Uh, the table.
Yep. And what does pequeña mean? What do you think? Let's go back. Oh, yep, it's in here. It means small, right?
Small.
Yep. So
I thought
it's,
I forgot. I thought it broke.
that's okay. So it's a small table. And then the last one is La Familia Pobre.
No, maybe a pub.
Mhm.
Uh, uh,
You remember what pobre means?
poor.
Yep.
My family is poor.
Yep. It's just the poor family. La Familia Pobre. So and then so does this like kind of make sense?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. I did see that